Welcome back to another PTFS update, and we have quite a bit to cover, and I think some features that no one really expected would be coming in this update. So as you can see behind me, a couple of the planes that have recently been added to the game. We've also got some new things such as refueling to check out. So let's just hop straight into this. As many of you are very well aware, PTFS recently added the AN225, and here we have the proper version. So it's a lot smaller than the AN225, no world records being broken, but there is some really cool things with this aircraft. So we've got two of them spawned in over here, and the first thing is getting into the plane. Here we go. So if you click on this part here, it's kind of in this bulge by the landing gear. A door opens and you can hop in. There's one on each side. So we've got a big bay back here for loading. As with the AN225, this door can be lowered down to, well, load in vehicles, I suppose. That's pretty much the only thing you can load in PTFS. Maybe one day we'll get like a cargo loading feature. Anyways, we've got some more seating on this side, and then up here we have the flight deck. And of course, as we've seen with all of the recent planes being added, lots of detail, all of the instrumentation panels being modeled. So definitely looks a lot better than the decals. And I think I can say by the end of this year, the large majority of all the planes in PTFS will have 3D modeled cockpits and they won't have decals anymore. We head over here to the spawn. As you can see, we've got the AN22 and we've got a couple of different liveries. So we've got the Antov Airlines livery, which is very similar to the default one on the AN225. Then we've got this blue/grey one, which you saw a moment ago. And then we've got a completely all-white version, as you can see here. Honestly, I'm kind of liking the white and blue stripe one. I think that one looks quite nice. Alright, next up on our list we have the ATR-72, and for this one we have quite the variety of liveries to choose from. We'll just go and spawn British Airways. As you can see over there, we have a TEDx and yet another Britain Airways spawned in. We can open the door up here and, well, not much to see there. We've got a passenger door on the rear, and that lowers down with some steps to actually climb up inside. Opens up at a slight angle as well, if you didn't notice that. We've got this interesting seating arrangement. So we've got two on the right, one on the left there. But then again, it is a very thin aircraft. We can probably close this door now. no point having that open. Anywho, up here we have pilot and co-pilot seats. If we can sit down, there we go. So lots of big screens where the instrumentation panels will go. And again, very nicely modeled. Now I do as well want to check out the cargo variant of this aircraft. As you can see, this door does open up, but well, it serves a bit more of a purpose with the cargo variant. Inside, they've got these rails where you can attach cargo pallets to. But then, of course, you've got the passenger or the crew door on the back. Apart from all the seats being ripped out, no major changes between the cargo and the passenger variants. Now, last little feature before we go and test out this aerial refueling, which I'm very excited to try for the first time, is we've now got openable canopies. So recently introduced to a few fighter jets. I think that was last update or maybe the update before they first introduced that. We've now got it added to the F-18, the F-14, F-16 and F-22. Again, a nice little touch being able to open up the cockpits. Simply click on it. There you go. If too many people click on it, then it doesn't really work, but yeah, click on the cockpit to open it, click on it to close it. So nice feature that you've got in game. Now, we've got this new section of tankers, and as you can see, 3 planes now have the ability to refuel mid-air. We've got the A330 MRTT, we've got the KC-130J, and the KC-767. This is the only aircraft that you actually have to pay for. This is part of a game pass. The other 2 you can spawn in for free. Let's go and spawn this in. First thing you'll notice is these colors and shapes underneath the body of the aircraft. If we go and hop in a passenger seat, we can actually get inside and check this out. Really nicely detailed interior, and on the back you'll notice the aerial refueling probe. So this is deployed mid-air and well, to refuel. So I suppose let's go and check this out. So we've got all the aerial refueling aircrafts lined up on the runway here, getting ready to take off. Let's go and spawn in a fighter jet and see how this works. Here we go. So we've got ourselves an FA-18. Refueling aircrafts are taking off now. So let's give this a shot, shall we? And see if we can do this successfully, because I know it's pretty hard in some other games. I honestly did not expect to be this close so quickly. It's so hard to tell, actually. It's so hard to tell from back here. Giving controls to my co-pilot, who has much more experience at flying in PTFS than I do, but really cool feature regardless. It is going to take you some time to get used to it. Whilst editing, I was told as well that you do not need to be actually touching the refueling probes, you simply need to be close by. So it doesn't matter if you're flying slightly beside it, you will still start to refuel your aircraft. But I love this feature so much, and I can definitely see this being used in a variety of role plays, and yeah, it's going to be so much fun once you get used to it. Last thing I wanted to show you on this video whilst my co-pilot is lining this up are names and call signs. As you can see by enabling this now, over your call sign and the player's name, it'll show the altitude and speed, which is actually very, very handy when you're trying to do something like this. So you can see the exact speed that the tanker is going at and their altitude, and then match that. Honestly, really helpful, and it works perfectly for an update like this, where you need to be flying pretty much the exact speed and height as the tanker. Now you can use this middle refueling probe for aircrafts like Air Force One, I believe, which again is going to create some amazing role plays. I really cannot wait to try that out. But anyways, that is it for today's video. Just wanted to showcase off the new features in PTFS, and we're going to be here for hours trying to line this up, but in the end, we will get this to work and it will be very, very satisfying. So hopefully we can do more PTFS roleplays in the future, because it's been a long time since I've done one. Anyways, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next one.